Hi, my name's Eric. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Nathan Kanya.
All right, Nathan. Today the interview is just going to be going over your past experiences, your current experiences, and how you got in the health, wellness, and fitness field.
Okay.
I just want you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm from the Congo. Lived in France. Lived in the States a little bit. I grew up in went to high school in Hamilton.
Okay.
And from there, I was playing football in Hamilton. Obviously, played a lot of sports. High school football was probably my primary sport, so to speak, right?
Okay, so where'd you play football at?
I played at Cathedral High School.
Okay.
And then with a rep team in Hamilton called the Ironman.
Okay.
And,
How old were you when you started playing?
I probably started playing when I was 13 years old. When I was in the States in New Hampshire.
Okay.
And then my second year, in grade 7, grade 8, so like 13, 14, right?
Okay.
And,
What's your favorite memory about football?
Just camaraderie in the locker room, like all the different guys that you meet, all those bonds you built through the team, right? So, yeah.
Okay, so you finished playing in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and you said you went to UBC.
Yeah, I went to the University of British Columbia.
So, what are you doing now with that? Are you still playing football at all?
Yeah, I'm still playing football. I went on to play at UBC. Got a scholarship there, and then from there I got signed to play in the Canadian Football League.
Okay.
And I've been playing there for the last 2-3 years.
Okay. So where have you been played?
So I'm currently playing for Edmonton Eskimos.
Okay.
I played for Hamilton Tiger Cats the last 2 years before that.
Okay.
And yeah.
So have you been on any winning teams? Are your teams good or?
Yeah, some teams are good. We haven't won the Grey Cup or anything like that.
No, see that. That's the experience I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you been to the playoffs yet?
Yeah.
You've been to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
What was your most memorable experience there?
Probably the game that we played my first year against Montreal in the Eastern Conference Final. It was I think it was one of the highest scoring games in CFL history. It was 55 to 59 was the final score.
Oh wow, that's really high scoring.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan. So I see that you're in the CFL. That's great news. You look like a good athlete. Tell me a little bit more about how you got into the health, wellness, and fitness field.
Well, it just kind of made sense since as a professional athlete, you go 6 months during the season, then you're off season. You gotta you gotta train yourself, in different kind of ways. And health and fitness, personal training just kind of made sense. So I got my personal training license and just started getting involved that way.
Okay, so you say you licensed. What certificate, what license do you have for personal training?
CanFit Pro.
Okay, and when did you obtain that?
Obtained that last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the course?
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah.
So, do you feel like you're going to go into any more certifications or any more
Yeah,
specialties?
so like every year once you get a certification, you have to get a continuing credit.
Okay.
So I'm looking at doing a couple continuing credits every year. Every year you got to add on to your knowledge, right?
Yeah. Do you have any idea of what continuing credits you're going to take for your first one, or?
Probably something in the nutrition field.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of different things you need to know about that, and that again it kind of applies to my field, my own training, and when a lot of clients also have questions about nutrition.
Yes, exactly. If you get nutrition certification, then you can learn more about how to feed yourself better, nutrition yourself better.
Mm-hmm.
So, of your clients, you said, how many clients do you currently have?
Probably about 6 to 8 right now.
6 to 8,
Mm-hmm.
and are they per day? Are they per month? How often do you train them, etc.?
So we train them a couple times a week.
Yeah.
And every client's different. Some of them, they'll get a certain package. They want to prolong it for as long as they can, so they'll do their own training, but they want to train with you once a week. Others, we just train them 3 times a week all the way through.
Yeah.
And just structure depending on the client, depending on who you meet, right?
So, with your clients, what's your target market of your current clients? Sorry, of your current clients, how many of them are female? How many of them are male? And what age group?
Right now, it's about half and half.
Okay.
When I first started, I didn't have a target clientele per se. I mean, I started at a gym. I've been doing personal training for 2 years, and I started at a gym where they kind of gave me the clients that were available at the gym, right? So when I was doing that, I got different kind of clients, different age groups. So anywhere from 12 years old, 16-year-old, male or female, to 60-year-olds, right? Okay. So I didn't really have to have a target group. And then this year, just happens I'm training a bit more, a lot of athletes, just from doing a lot of volunteering in the community and just being a football player, kind of tend to attract, young athletes that wanna
get to your type of level.
Exactly.
Okay. So you said you worked at a gym. What gym did you used to work for?
I used to work for World Gym.
World Gym. Where is that located?
It used to be called Phoenix, actually.
Okay.
On Main Street.
Okay.
And it's not called World Gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you feel like that helped you into like where you are now?
Yeah, definitely. Just because I told you, I got a lot of different clients. I probably had over the span of 6 months, probably had over 20 different clients, and all age, all different levels of fitness.
So you got to work with different markets. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to experience from the youth all the way up to the elderly. Mm-hmm. That's
from
great.
the advanced all the way to the beginning.
Did that working at like a gym like that? Did that I guess teach you more about the field and what type of clients you will be dealing with and how to? I guess training is more selling. So do you think that helped you in that type of aspect as well?
It does, because you learn how to approach people about personal training. You learn, what kind of people are attracted to. You learn what kind of people you're attracted to. What kind of training you like to do. You learn different techniques, and you get to learn what's best and what's going to work best with different people. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when you were there, I guess, just going on a little bit more of your experience there, did you work with anyone that was, I guess, rehabilitating injuries or anything like that, or was prescribed a personal trainer from a doctor type of issue?
Not really, but I mean, there was a lot of people that had some issues, like different types of injuries, and certainly you got to help them out with that, or modify the workout so that you don't aggravate something that they already have, or that you can help them get better.
Okay.
And didn't have anyone prescribed by a doctor per se, but I had, for example, I had one client that he had a lot of postural issues and alignment issues, so we did a lot of core work and a lot of posture exercises, right?
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so going on about your field now, you said you worked with a lot of athletes. Where are you marketing from? Where are you marketing and getting those athletes from, or how are you getting those clients nowadays?
So, training the athlete kind of happens from I do a lot of volunteering as well within the community. So volunteer coaching, guest coaching, and just from doing that over the last 2 years, people started approaching you, and people knew that I was doing personal training as well. So people started approaching me for that.
Okay, and where were you doing these volunteer experiences? Is there any certain clubs or any organizations that you're doing this for? Or just word of mouth?
Different places, like just different coaches that I knew and different organizations.
Okay, so did you help out teams that you used to play on?
Yes, so I guest coached for the Ironman a little bit, but I also did some teams that I didn't play on. So like the Hurricanes and things like that. So just all the teams that are in the community, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So with your experiences now, and where would you like to see yourself in a few years, and say 5 years down the road? Where would you like to be with your current current job and current training life? Where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
Well, it'd be good to just expand on the business and just get a better clientele, get a not better but a bigger clientele, and just get the name out there, build a brand. Yeah. And
Nice. So, do you want to train athletes for your whole life?
Probably not for my whole life, but for the next little while for sure.
Yeah, because you're in that type of mindset too, right?
Just right now, it just
connect.
Makes perfect sense. I mean, I do my own training, and then later on I'll train an athlete, and while I'm training the athlete, I get ideas for my own training, and when I do my own training, I get ideas for the athlete that I'm training.
So you seem like you're a busy guy. You said you do your own training, and you're training 6 or 8 clients in a month, or in a week or so, say. How do you find time for yourself, and how do you find time to train yourself and manage all this if you're so busy?
Yeah, so it's just about time management, just knowing your limits. So you gotta know not to take on too much. You just gotta set up a little goal for yourself, and that again, like my experience last year, kind of helped me with that as well. Just because, like I told you last year, I had about 20-something clients from the gym, and it got to a point where I had too many clients. versus my training, right? So I have to fall back, and now I kind of have a better idea how many clients I can handle every day, right? But you just basically make a time for yourself where you're gonna train, make a time where you're gonna train people. You know how much energy you're gonna need, how much carbs you're gonna need to eat.
Yeah.
You know, prepare food.
Of course.
You know, prepare for the next day, and as long as you don't overload yourself, you can balance it all.
So, what would you say your average daily work time frame is? Do you work a 10-hour day, an 8-hour day, 5? How long would you say you work per day, or does it range, or let's say per week?
I don't have to do the math, but
Just a rough estimate.
Yeah. So I mean, I do about 3 to 4 field workouts every week.
Okay.
So that's about they range anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. So I'll do that. Then I go in the weight room about 3 to 5 times a week, depending on the week again. And those workouts will be anywhere between an hour to 2 hours, depending on how I feel that day, how much time I have, etc. And then I usually train about 3 or 4 clients. I try not to do more than 5 clients in one day, because once you do that, if you do that, sometimes it's kind of hard to train yourself.
And on top of that, you can't provide the same service that you did with the first or second client, then you can't.
You get tired.
A little bit tired of it. You get into that mindset where just give them a workout, not train them, right? So let's just go on more about the education and into the field. Would you ever feel like going to school for this type of work, or do you feel like you need to, or do you feel like you've learned enough just through your experiences?
I definitely learned a lot through my experience, and I rely on my experience training a lot. That being said, I did have to take those courses and certifications, and those do help, right? Those do help, even if it's just a refresher, things that you think you already know. Just learning about it, you kind of relearn the skills and things that you might have forgot or put by the side. You kind of relearn them by doing the certification. So I definitely see that education, especially when you're training people. I mean, if you're just doing yourself, that's okay. But I mean, when you're training other people, you kind of have a responsibility to teach them the right way.
Of course. So, with me being in the health and wellness fitness field, I've been in my program at Law College for 2 years now. I'm finishing in April. What would you suggest the type of line of work I should go into right when I'm done school?
I mean, it's all up to you, really. I mean, if you want to be a personal trainer, then I would recommend you start personal training, like get your certification. You don't have to wait to be done in your field. Get a certification, start right now. The experience is only going to help you.
Okay, so you started at a main gym. Would you suggest that I start at a commercial gym, or would you suggest that I try to get my own clients through social media or publicly or marketing myself?
I suggest you do both. Because regardless of whether you work at a gym or you work at a personal training studio like here, you're gonna have to get clients yourself either way.
Okay.
So, and like that's what sometimes, depending on the gym you work at, you might get 1 or 2 clients hooked up. But either way, you're gonna have to generate your own clientele, right? So
of course. So, if you were to give one useful tip or one main point to take away from this interview for myself, what would you leave me at as your quote or my direction of choice? Give me one thing that you'd like me to take away from this interview?
I'd say just be open to things. Be open to different experiences, different personalities. Train that field. You'll meet a lot of different people. You'll meet energetic people. You'll meet positive people, negative people. You just got to be open to different kind of views. Or you'll meet opinionated people. But just be open to it all. Take it all in, and then just don't close yourself down. Don't think you know everything. Just be open to everything.
So what I understand from that is keep an open mind, keep an open personality, be able to be approachable, have good communication, and make sure I'm always trying to learn and take that experience and never think I'm too smart for anything, and just keep expanding myself and just bettering myself.
Precisely.
All right, well, Nathan, I hope you have a great season this year. I hope to come to maybe a couple games for you, and thank you for taking the time out of your day for this interview, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.